Never mind Chicago. President Trump says he has picked a new next city for his crime crackdown.
And so we're going to Memphis. I'm just announcing that now, and we'll straighten that
National
out.
Guard.
The National Guard
Okay.
and anybody else we need. And by the way, we'll bring in the military, too, if we need it.
Joining us now is the mayor of Memphis, Paul Young. Mr. Mayor, thank you for your time here. Let me start with just some clarity on when specifically and how you learned that the National Guard troops are coming to Memphis.
Yeah, I learned earlier this week that it was under consideration. I think Monday afternoon, I got a call from the governor's office, and they informed me of the dialogue that was underway. Certainly, there were a couple of conversations that were happening all week, trying to look at the form of how the support would come to the city, because the dialogue that I had been having was around how we can get more federal resources for FBI, DEA, ATF. And while those things are still under consideration, I learned that the National Guard is a part of what they are exploring as well. And as you know, the authority to call the National Guard lies with the governor and the president. And
Yeah.
so as mayor, my goal is to make sure that if they are indeed coming, that we have an opportunity to drive some of the decisions around how they engage in our community.
Did you have hard confirmation before the president announced it on the morning show yesterday?
No, that was the confirmation.
That was the confirmation you learned on Fox News. So in the days since that announcement, have you had conversations with the administration? Have you had conversations with the governor's office about how many, when, where they'll be, what they'll do, any more details?
No, those are the details that I believe we'll be talking about next week. Those are certainly the questions that I'm concerned about. They're the concerns of our community. We want to make sure that as these individuals come into our city and in our community, that they are able to engage in a way that is not threatening, and that they are supportive to our law enforcement efforts. We certainly understand the fears that are in our community. The last time the National Guard was in Memphis was 1968 at after MLK's assassination. And so we don't want to invoke those same images here.
I want to play for you Attorney General Pam Bondi on Tuesday, President Trump on Friday, and get your reaction and response.
Chicago should be begging Donald Trump for help to keep Chicago safe, yet they aren't. So we're going to go into a city who wants us there.
Memphis is
That's the next city.
deeply troubled. And the mayor is happy. He's a Democrat mayor. The mayor is happy. And the governor, Tennessee, the governor is happy.
Memphis is a city that wants us there. The mayor is happy. What's your reaction to those characterizations?
Well, I'm certainly not happy about the National Guard. I am looking forward to trying to find ways to invest in the things that we're already doing to address crime in our city. We've seen significant reductions over the past 2 years since we've been in office, and we want to continue that work. We want more investment in the violence interrupters and the individuals that are out working to intervene and prevent crime before it takes place. We want more support for our law enforcement in terms of investigations. So those are the things that we do want. With regards to the National Guard, it is something that we don't have a choice in, and we're going to do all that we can to make sure that it has limited impact on our community.
So let me try to get some specificity here. You say you're not happy. I watched your news conference where you said you didn't ask for the National Guard. Do you not want the National Guard in Memphis? I mean, are you saying clearly, I don't want them here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that statement has been clear, but at the end of the day, my goal is to make sure that if they are coming here, which we now know they are, that we are able to drive how they engage in our city.
And so what would be, if you could draw the plan for the National Guard troops coming to Memphis, what specifically would you have them do if you're asked by the governor or the president?
support major events, traffic, and we have the Memphis Grizzlies, the Memphis Tigers, big events with a lot of people helping to support our law enforcement in that way. Helping law enforcement, whether it's being a part of our downtown command center where we have cameras and helping law enforcement review those cameras and call for backup when they see things happening. Those are the types of activities that I think would be helpful. Beautification in our neighborhoods and communities. We know that blight is a significant contributor to crime. And if we are able to have support in addressing those things, then it could be beneficial to our community.
Memphis Mayor Paul Young, thank you.
Thank you.